This reading is for March 21st through April 25th for Libra. The energy of March 21st around changing into Aries and that new moon that happened on the 21st brought a very strong push for all of us. And we're still in that push energy right now because we have a lot of planets in Aries. But I wanted to take it through the eclipse. This is a very powerful eclipse that's happening at the end of April. And eclipse season is certainly going to affect Libra rather strongly. It's going to be stronger in May than it is for Libra. Going to be stronger in May than April, but it's still going to affect very strongly. So I wanted to ask the cards specific questions about that. So I started off here in the center with what is the push that would have started around the end of March. The feelings came on the end of March and you're still feeling that now. What is keeping you stuck? What is in your rearview mirror, meaning what have you recently cleared? And this would have been the energy from 2022 up until about February of 23. And then what does your higher self want you to manifest? That's up there at the top. What needs to grow in order for you to become your authentic self, or what your higher self wants you to manifest? And then what is the eclipse season bringing you? So let's start off here with what is this push about? So first of all, there is some kind of stuckness. There's a stuck. Okay, so the push specifically is about you coming into your own power. It's about you getting that victory for yourself, your own glow up. But you're feeling stuck, or you were feeling stuck in your ability to make that happen. There was some kind of delay on results. There was a delay on the victory, but the push was this. You're both of these cards means that you're feeling stuck. This is like you want out of this immediately. It has a lot to do with making it. All of these are empowering self-empowerment. So this is like a making your own. It's both. It is tied up with money. So there is something where you're wanting to make it monetarily, financially, but it's also about you shining in your own right. It's like something that very much represents you and you get recognition for. That is the push that you're feeling. You want this recognition, but it hasn't come yet. It's slow coming, but the push is an impatience about it. You want it to happen right away. So what's keeping you stuck here is there's an indecision and there's a blindness. You've got this Two of Swords, and it's better represented here where the person's actually blindfolded with the Two of Swords, that causes this indecision because you're refusing to see something about, there is a conflict having to do with teamwork here. If you are trying to come up on your own and having recognition and having your own glow up, but there's people on the team that are kind of like, not bad-mouthing you, but it could be bad-mouthing you because there is some conflict here, that are kind of like pulling you down. There's people in your environment that are pulling you down. You got the stand your ground card here. This isn't, you've got this a couple times, so I'm gonna mention the third eye chakra. It basically means to listen to your intuition. So intuitively, you feel like you can go out and do this on your own and make your own success and your own glow up and get the credit for everything, which is what this push is for. But it's kind of keeping you stuck because, especially as a Libra is a very cooperative sign. So it's like if you feel like you have to like take other people along with you, it's like you have to involve other people in the project when that's actually what's keeping you stuck. You would be able to go out on your own and shine and get all the credit if you didn't have to drag everybody else along with you, especially if, you might have somebody that's not producing, something like that, type of a feeling. But basically there's something that's keeping you stuck where you're refusing to get out of your comfort zone in order to go out and do it alone by yourself. There's a strong energy here, and this carries through about you moving on and going about it by yourself. Whether that's a project, whether that's a relationship, whether it's a whatever. There's a this is the personal glow up. So there's something in here where you need to shine, and you're not. This means a victory, and recognition. So you're supposed to get that recognition by going about it on your own. What have you cleared? This is what's in your rearview mirror. So you've recently given up on a fantasy of happily ever after with a whole family and marriage and that whole kind of thing. It had to do with your heart. This was a love situation. So in 2022, there was some love lessons in love. You had to cut somebody out. This is this card. You had to cut somebody out. You had to speak your mind and kind of tell them. You had to stand up for yourself. So you had this illusion of this is the happily ever after with the family and the marriage and all of that, and you let go of the illusion of that. Now, that's not saying that you're not going to have this. It's just that you had an illusion of it. The person that you were trying to build that with was not the person that you're supposed to be building it with. So that's what you've cleared. And this is the third eye chakra again. So it is also another one where your intuition told you this, okay? And you told this person off, or you cut the person out. This had to do with love and your heart, and this has to do with a kind of a standing up for yourself and speaking up for yourself. And by the way, that's here as well. So in what's keeping you stuck, you may have to stand up for yourself here to get out of this stuckness, to go and to this and shine on your own. You might have some people you need to tell off. So let's look at what your higher self is bringing you. This is some really intense energy right here. Okay. You've got the Tower, you've got anxiety, you've got indecision, you've got obstacles and conflict, and the higher self is giving you strength. So your higher self is bringing you something in April that is going to shake whatever it is that your higher self wants you to realize. It's coming through a painful shakeup. So some kind of conflict. It could be this situation here that's keeping you feeling stuck. This is what gets shooken up. Let's look and see what has to grow in order for you to manifest your authentic self, which is really going to be touched on closer towards the end of April, especially the eclipse. You've got, this is the refusing to see. Okay, so you've got that here, and you've got it down here in what's keeping you stuck in a comfort zone. You've got the Seven of Swords here. Okay, so you might have a situation where somebody's openly lying to you. In this situation here, somebody may be openly lying to you, which causes all of these problems up here, and specifically the Tower. So if you are in a relationship, you might uncover some truths that cause you to move on from the relationship. If you're in a situation with a bunch of like work colleagues working on a project, there's something that gets uncovered that was some kind of lies or manipulation or something like that, where it's causing you to break out on your own, and go on your own. And it's supposed to happen that way, because you're learning to shine on your own. So this is the moving on card. This indicates that it could possibly be a love or romantic relationship that this is talking about. If you recently have a breakup, it may be that you are holding on to some ideas about that relationship that you need to let go of. It also could mean that you have some realizations about that relationship. This happened to me. I was in a relationship for a couple of years with somebody, and it wasn't until just recently that I discovered all of the lies that happened during the relationship with me. So it could be something like that. You could be uncovering lies way after the fact. But regardless, what needs to happen here in order for you to grow is you need to let go. So there's definitely something here that you need to let go of. There's a lot of conflict energy here. So it may be a group of people you need to let go of. It may be a person you need to let go of. And there's a strong method here of doing it on your own. Okay, so let's look and see what the eclipse is specifically bringing you. The eclipse is bringing you a spiritual awakening. This is a real hard look at yourself, like a transparency. You know, it's like you're refusing to see over here, and then you come to the light. There's a real hard come to Jesus movement about something that's a pattern of yours. And it does, I specifically clarified this with this. So it does have to do with the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So that's back here. The Three of Pentacles can indicate teamwork. So there's some kind of come to Jesus moment about either your tribe of people that you're hanging out with, colleagues or collaborators on a project, how you're making money, or some kind of illusion about how you're making money. Could have something to do with money, a project, could also be a group of friends. But there's some kind of, the eclipse is bringing you a real shocking awakening. It's happening up here with these anxiety energies, particularly the Tower there. And then you've got this, this awakening here. This is like the opposite of the Moon card in this, the way that it looks here. This is also a release. So it could be some kind of pattern that you have. It could be a codependency pattern where you don't think that you can do it yourself. It's like you're always relying on other people to make your success goals, when really you need to make your own success goals. This is the April for you is going to be a journey about going about it alone. Whatever it is that you want to achieve in April, do it alone. And this might give you some insight into what your higher self is trying to get you to see that you're blind to. And it may be some kind of pattern having to do with other people. But hey, the eclipse is bringing you awakening. And this is just the starting point. April's the starting point for you. So Libra is going to have a really intense year, starting in the eclipse, particularly May and October. This energy here it starts now and it goes through till October. So if you want a personal reading with me, I will put the information for that in the description. I hope you liked your reading, Libra.